Hi, my name is Luisa Khalil and I'm a student in the level TOEFL, and I'm going to start talking about a difference between Brazil and Mexico. My major is law, so I'm going to start giving you a background of both countries. Both countries are countries in Latin America. In Brazil they speak Portuguese, and in Mexico they speak Spanish. In both countries the major religion is Catholicism, and in both countries they have a democratic system. So I think now I'm going to start. Okay, so here we have a comparison between Brazil and Mexico. Because my major is law, I'm going to talk about from where the legal system starts. In Mexico, the legal system starts in Greek, Roman, and French. So our system is based on what Greek, Roman, and French system were. And in Brazil, the difference is that they are also based on Greek and Roman, but the legal system is not based in French. So now, because we are a federal republic in both countries, the constitution is our major law in both countries also. And in both countries, as the constitution says, the powers of the union are divided in three, that are the executive, the legislative, and the judicial. Okay, so the government system in both, we are a federal republic system. Here we see is the São Paulo Congress. That is, São Paulo is one of the, it's not one, it's the main city, as Distrito Federal is in Mexico. Okay, so now we have here the United Nations. Mexico and Brazil both are members of the United Nations. The first time that the General Assembly were united to talk about the problems that were happening on the world, nobody wants to stand up and start saying the thing. So as the Secretary of Assembly asked to all the countries who want to be the first, Brazil raised her hand. And as Brazil raised her hand, he said, I'm going to talk at first, but with a little permission, that I want to be the first of all the General Assembly. So now Brazil is always the one that talks first. Okay, so abortion. This is a very controversial theme, and nowadays in Mexico, they pass a law just in the Distrito Federal, that is the main city in Mexico, that abortion can be interrupted, or the pregnancy can be interrupted between the 3 weeks of pregnancy in the women. And in both cases, in both countries, abortion is illegal, but as just as said, in Distrito Federal is legal in some cases. Kidnapping. As we know, kidnapping is one of the more crimes that are committed nowadays around the world. Okay, so first of all, if you think of kidnapping and if you think in Brazil and in Mexico, and if I ask you which of these countries is going to be the country that had more kidnappings, you automatically will say that Mexico, but I must have to say that because I have been researching, is not the truth. As we can see here, Brazil has 500 kidnappings per month in São Paulo. And we can see here that Mexico, in the Distrito Federal, we have 700 kidnappings. So Brazil is more dangerous in crime, talking about criminal rates. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the most recent laws that are passed on Brazil and in Mexico. On Brazil, the last law has been one that prohibits the violent video games, and in my opinion this is great because young people now, they're just watching video games, and these video games are transforming their minds. So I think it was a very responsible act from this government to say, okay, we permit video games, but not the ones that are violent. And in Mexico, the most recent law passed were one that put the kidnappers to jail for their life. So sometimes when in Mexico, when people get kidnapped, the kidnappers just get 20 years, 30 years of jail, and then they go out and kidnap again. So now this will not happen because kidnappers will go to prison or to jail for their life. So this is all. I hope you like, and thank you for watching me.